There we go. Oh, I'm thinking we're live. There we go. Okay. We're up and running. Let's see where we're at here in the comments. Let's go to my channel here and see if everything's working. I'll tell you what. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the live stream Sunday night. Late start. Kansas City Chiefs football at its best. 41-31, I think, was the final. I'm tickled to death at the way that came out. I hope my audio is working. I have not had a chance to set anything up. Took a week off for vacation last week. Let's see what we've got here. Why is this? Well, it says it's working. So I'm happy. You're happy. Anybody here is happy. Let me open this back up again. And now I'm hearing myself twice. Okay, here we go. Well, anyway, welcome to the stream. If you're not here watching the stream now, maybe you'll catch the playback. Starting a little late tonight. It's Sunday night, 2nd October, 2022. I think I got that right. There's a funny story behind the date. I'll share it some other time. Still a touchy subject with me. Anyway, got back from vacation. Had a great time. Got a couple stories to tell you there. I'm not going to keep you late tonight. I got an early morning wake-up call. For a retired guy, I got to get up early. I got to set an alarm clock. It's not setting well with me. So, with that being said, it'll be a short show tonight. Anyway, let's bring you up to speed. I'm trying to think of where to begin. Took the trip. Hadn't taken a trip, the wife and I, basically since COVID. Been a while. There is a place, everybody knows I live here in Missouri, outside of Kansas City. And there's a place in the state here, the southeast. We're kind of in the central to northern western side of the state, and on the southern eastern side of the state, southern central, southern eastern, but still southern, real close to the Arkansas border, is the town called Branson. And it's kind of called the Las Vegas of Missouri, not because there's gambling, but there's shows and attractions and just all kinds of interesting things to do down there. Restaurant food, it's crazy. So we ate a lot of food. We went to their theme park down there, which is Silver Dollar City. Cool place. Of course, I'm not into riding all the rides, but it's kind of it's just a unique experience. It's an old 1800s town. Take a train ride, they rob it. I don't know. It's just interesting. But so we enjoyed that. Now let me just go ahead and get into the story about how that pertains to this gaming channel. We'll talk about gaming. So here's my gaming story about the trip. The whole thing was to get down there and to try to find an arcade. Now, mind you, we went after the holiday. You know, it's things are winding down there, but they were having a fall festival. But you know, kids are back in school, so the big vacation place is kind of winding down. But I thought surely I'll be able to find an arcade. Well, you know what? We did. And that's going to be my topic for discussion tonight. We did find the arcade. Well, first we found an arcade that was closed. It was only open on the weekend, and we went down, started out our trip on the weekdays. We were planning on focusing most of our stuff to go during the weekdays and come back on the weekend because we wanted to avoid any crowd that still might be there, even though it's off season. Because off season is going to be more crowded on the weekends. But anyway, the first arcade we found closed. So I thought, okay, well, that's all right. But we finally went. There's a new shopping district down there, and they had beautiful place. And I don't have all that. I haven't had time since we got back to really get all that prepared to show everybody. So I'll be putting out some videos of the trip here as it pertains to some of the stuff I'm talking about tonight. But what happened is we did finally found this little shopping district, big sign, arcade. I said, oh, wow, I'm all excited. So the first thing I found out is it's $10 an hour. No, $10 all you can play. $10 a person. So for me and the wife, Cheryl, it'd be $20. Now, that's kind of my topic for discussion tonight is that a value? Well, let me go further with that. I walked in the place and I just started looking around, and again, it's off season. They only had one clerk working there. It wasn't crowded, so that was an advantage. But the first thing I asked him, first thing out of my mouth is where's your pinball machines? And we don't have any pinball machines. Well, that pretty much answered it for me, because I looked around and there were a lot of arcade games. Matter of fact, I've seen some, I think it's Sean, the great gamer. I've seen him play at an arcade once, and I believe Chaos did too. But it was a giant Pac-Man, a giant Galaga, supposedly the world's largest. This is kind of cool. But here's why I want to get into the value of the $10 for all day. Without pinball being there, and us not wanting to spend all day there, is that a value? Because if I was going to just come in and play a couple games, even at $1 a game, at $1 a game, I could, so I could play, well, at $1 a game, I could play 10 games, and Cheryl could play 10 games, and that'd be the same as paying the $20 for us to be there all day. But we didn't want to play, without there being pinball, we didn't want to pay that much to play as long as we thought we'd play. There was so much other stuff for us to do, especially again without pinball. And then I got to thinking about this as well. Even with pinball, I got to thinking about it. We play our Stranger Things. Now, mind you, we own it. It's here at the house, and we play it quite a bit. But we can get 10 minutes out of a game. So let's say we get 10 minutes out of a game, and it costs you $1 a person to play. So that's $2 because two of us playing. Let's say we played 10 minutes. I'm just guessing on that, but let's say 10 minutes. So, in an hour's time, I don't know. My head's starting to spin now. I'm making my head hurt. But long story short, I'm just wondering, like the local place here has $5 for an hour. And then I think he charges $20 for all day. So, if for $5 I might have done it, but for $10, it just didn't seem like a value, and considering they didn't have pinball. So, don't get me wrong. I think it's great that you find these places that have these pay by the hour and stuff. But if you're just going in to play a couple games, or there's not games there you want. No, I'll say, look, I see Arcade Chaos showed up, and the Unknown Gamer, they're saying hi to each other. Good to see you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Also, I forgot to mention, hello, Mr. Postal. I'm sure you're on your way to work this morning. And as always, he's a faithful listener. He's not able to be here during my live broadcast because it's late where he's at, and he gets up and works early in the morning, so he always listens on the way to work. Anyway, back to my story. So we find this place. It has no pinball. They want $10 an hour, $10 for all day. That's going to cost us $20. And for what they had, and Cheryl likes pinball. She doesn't like the other games anyway, so it just seemed irrelevant to stay. So, that was kind of it. That's the only two places I could find on the map that said arcade on them. Now, later on that evening, there was a gift shop that I knew about, and Cheryl wanted to stop at another gift shop, and she was kind of disappointed because this gift shop that we stopped at, that I'd been to I've been down there many times in my life. It'd been there for years. Well, it turned into an arcade. So I thought, well, hey, we missed the arcade. We'll pull in for missed the gift shop. We'll pull in for the arcade. Well, it was a different. Yeah, you had to buy a card, the minimum a $20 card, and then you played the card, gave you credits to play and everything. And again, and we couldn't find a pinball machine. And by then it's getting late, and we'd been out doing all kinds of stuff, shopping and everything. So, but what ended up happening is on the way out the door, we found one pinball machine stuck over in a corner. And, I had to go over and look at it, but I thought, I'm not going to go buy a $20 card. I don't know if it's getting late. I don't know if I want to pay $20 with a pinball. And lo and behold, that son of a gun had 3 credits on it. Somebody had used the card. I think even when I bought the Stern, there's an option you can buy to get like a card reader on it, or there's take a bill or whatever. But anyway, it was a Star Trek pinball machine. It had 3 credits left on it. Somebody just walked away with 3 credits. So I ended up playing that and winning, doing a match and winning another free game, which brought it up to 4 credits. And then I won a free game. And so I put it in a 2-player mode. And Cheryl and I ended up playing it for quite a while. So we had a good time. And it did cost us some time. So it all worked out. I've got a little bit of video from it, which I'll share with everybody later. But, I'll try to get that up as soon as I can. But anyway, that's kind of an update on what I'm talking about. But, I still got to say, my big question to those listening, and right now there's just a couple people on here because I started late and I didn't announce it ahead of time. But I do appreciate Arcade Chaos, the Unknown Gamer, stopping by. But I guess my big question is it always of value to have the pay, by the hour, or pay for if you're going to send your kid, or if you're going to go to a place like the pinball place here in town and play all day, $20 is a dream for all day. That place was $10. That's a dream for all day. But, the one thing I do like is I like the $5 an hour thing that they've got here at Solid State Pinball, because maybe you just don't want to be here all day. For $5, that's not bad for an hour. But I still think that some of these places, you ought to just set it up. All right, take a pinball machine right now, a modern day pinball machine. If it's in a bar out in the wild, the Stern, they're $1. But, if you're any good at all, and if you win a game or happen to get a match, you can make $5 last quite a while. You can make, you could play for $3 and last quite a while. So, again, I ask, it's a good deal, but not always a good deal. And, here at G.Parkers Arcade, you can say that doesn't make any sense, Greg. Well, it never always does make sense here at G.Parkers Arcade Room, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, aside from that, great trip. Had a good time. Didn't really give too many thoughts to anything other than just having a good time and relaxing with the wife and having some good. She enjoyed the shopping. I enjoyed the eating and the sightseeing and the theme park, and it was just a super good time. So yeah, I'll be back next week at my regular time. Again, I'm going to keep this one short tonight because I just wanted to kind of make my presence known that I'm back, and I'll be here on Sunday nights. Again, I started late because I am an avid Chiefs fan, and when they have a late Sunday night game, the Sunday night football, it always tends to run long. So anyway, but let me see what I got to say. Let me check the chat here. Arizona Cowboy just lurking. Hello, Arizona Cowboy 1. Man, I've been having a good time playing with that printer. Matter of fact, while I was out of town, did a lot of walking. This old guy did a little walking, and that little theme park we went to had some walking sticks for sale, pretty cheap. So I bought me a walking stick, and when I got home, I thought, this thing, it's cool. but it needs something added to it. So I looked up online, and man, you can find anything online for 3D printing, and it had toppers for walking sticks. So I didn't bring it down here. I'll have to bring it down to showcase next time. But I made a topper. It's a Pac-Man topper. So it's a Waka Waka, big old yellow Pac-Man head on top of my walking stick. So that kind of worked out cool. Digital Victories in the house. Well, yeah, I do agree, Chaos. Now, that's one thing I got to say. I was talking about value when I was talking about to the consumer, but don't get me wrong, I do sympathize with the owner. Yeah, I do sympathize with the owners of those because, just take a pinball machine, for example. I don't know what you're looking nowadays, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 for a brand new pinball machine. And you're putting it out there in the wild and charging people $1 a play, and they're beating the crap out of it, shaking it, tilting it, setting their beers on top of it, spilling their beers on top of it. The cost of maintenance and repair. So, yeah, I thought about that one time. I thought, there's a little local winery up here. I thought, well, I know the owner. I thought, man, I'll buy a pinball machine and ask him to put it up there and take the $1 bills out of it. Then I started giving that a good thought. I want to put a $5,000 or $6,000 machine up there with a bunch of people who are drinking alcohol and abusing it. So I thought, I don't know, that may not be a good business venture. So anyway, Froggo Plays. Hello, Froggo Plays. I talked to him not too long ago and some members of his family, and I know that he got a 3D printer as well. So I don't think you guys have got yours put together yet. So anyway, it's always good to see you, Froggo Plays. Mr. Man, what's cooking? Good looking. Good to see you, Mr. Man. Again, Digital Victory. Trying to see who else is in the house. We've been too lazy to build it. I'll tell you what, it takes a little time, man. It takes a little time. If you guys have any problems, just give me a call. They're here local, so I know Froggo Plays and his family. Yeah, I got a 3D printer. If you're talking to me, Froggo Plays got the same kind that I got. I got the Ender 3, which was on sale at Micro Center, I think, up until this last couple of days, if you had a coupon, which kind of hard to come by, for $99, and you just couldn't, in my opinion, you just couldn't beat it because it. I've already printed out a ton of stuff. I think I've showed everybody. I made the Nintendo Switch case. I just took it apart. Now I can't get back together. Anyway, just a storage case for the Nintendo Switch. It's 3D printed. There. I don't know, kind of neat. Made the little pinball machines. I don't know. I made all kinds of little stuff. It's a fun little thing to do. Now, I'll tell you what, you do not want to sit down and watch. It's like you watch something you print out on your printer, your printer on your desk, the paper, so it prints something, it spits it out. This don't happen. Let's see. I think it takes, these little G.Parker arcade room discs I made, which are kind of hard to see because they're one color. But, those are like an hour. That little topper I made for the walking stick was an 8-hour print. And this thing here took, this Nintendo Switch case took a couple days. You had to print 2 parts. I don't know. It's just more complicated, denser. I don't know. There's a lot of factors that go into it. But anyway, okay. Let's see what else we got in. I talked to one of your family members that told me about that friend of yours almost cutting his finger off with X-Acto knife trying to get that off the print bed. God, don't do that. That's just that freaks me out. Arcade Chaos made 2 new FX3 tournaments and 2 Star Wars also. Okay, go check out. I don't have any of that hooked up to show anything. I don't have anything other than the mic and the camera tonight. Otherwise, I'd take you over there. But don't forget to check out Arcade Chaos's Digital victory technology is amazing. What's next in the next 20 years? Good grief, who knows? By the way, don't forget to check out Digital Victory's channel and Arcade Chaos's channel and Froggo Plays channel. But Arcade Chaos, great guy, great channel, great stuff, fun stuff, interesting stuff, a lot of neat collectibles and items. And of always, Digital Victory is great with the Digital Victory is great with the pinball and explaining to you pinball and the rules of pinball. So it's all good and a good time. And don't forget to check out all my other good friends. I'll try to go down the list, but Mr. Postile, the Gaming Road Warrior, and last but not least, don't forget about the Off-Grid Arcade and Retro Arcade Music Man. Don't want to leave him out too. So there's a bunch of us that kind of hang out in here, and it goes beyond that. But for right now, that's the ones that come to mind quick. Again, I didn't have anything scripted other than to talk to you about my trip and tell you what was going on. Anyway, well, no problem, Chaos. You know, I think you're one of my guys, man. I think you're great. You're a fantastic guy. What do you think about the new James Bond pinball? I hear about it way too much. I understand that. I know that that's a big topic in your household. I don't know yet. I really haven't seen. I'd like to see that. I haven't had time with this trip and all. I'm sure there's some video out of the gameplay. I'd like to see that because I am a James Bond fan. I do have all the movies, on DVD, and I got them. Some of them I've transferred to digital and got them on my digital device for watching. But I am a James Bond fan. I'd have to see how they played. I don't know. There's some machines that I thought I'd really be excited about that after I see them played, I'm not. And to be honest with you, I'm just still so happy with my selection of Stranger Things. The only one that I've played at the Solid State Pinball is the Infinity Quest, Avengers of Infinity Quest. When I go down there and play at their place, I find if that table's open or that machine's open, I'm taking a lot of my time playing on that particular pinball machine. So, but as far as getting back to the subject of James Bond, I'd have to see more and hear more about it, but I think I would enjoy it. I deleted our text conversation by accident, so if anybody could send me another one, that would be great. Okay. The vintage vets. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I got you, Chaos. I got you. Okay. I will make sure I do that. Yes, I will send that. I know what you're talking about. We got a group of us that get together and we kind of keep track of what each other's doing. But anyway, don't forget to check out. Good grief. Keep forgetting. I'll tell you what, I've been running around all day. Trying to keep up on the chat. Can't wait to go see Rochester Pinball House in front of Kick-Ass Button. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and I think Mr. Postile had a gaming convention in the town that he lives in. So if you want to go over to his channel and check out some of the videos, because he did do a couple of videos. One on when he went to the little thing where the swap meet they had, and then he did a second one on the gameplay. So he actually came home with some pretty cool stuff and did that. It sounds like you're going to go to the pinball place with Feral Infernal up there in Rochester. So that sounds pretty cool. I got to go for tonight. Just wanted to stop by and say hi, and I need to wake up early tomorrow. Okay, Froggo, take care. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by, and let me know if you guys end up getting they've got a bunch of pinball machines at their place. I mean, he's got a lot bigger arcade room than I got, and I can tell now they're probably looking at that James Bond machine. So see, what I'll do is, I think now that he's left, I'll still tell you this, I'll just wait till they get one, and then I'll go up and try it up there and see if I like it or not. So, anyway, thanks for stopping by, Froggo, and I know you probably heard that. You be sure to tell them over there that I made that comment, that I want to come over and see that. Okay, everybody. As I said, I could sit here and ramble on forever. I think I've been on here for, I don't know how long I've been on here for. It usually tells me on this setup, but I don't see it. So, but kind of totally just wanted to bring up the fact that I kind of bombed out on the vacation as far as getting to some video. And I did get a limited amount of video of me playing the pinball machine that I got to play for free because of the free credits on it. But I was really hoping, I thought down there I'd just find tons of arcades. And it wasn't the case. Of course, again, I was there off season and it just didn't work out for me. Anyway, listen, thanks to Arcade Chaos. Thanks to Froggo Plays. Thanks to Digital Victory. Thanks to the Unknown Gamer. Thanks to, let's see, I believe the Arizona Cowboy 1 was here. I don't know, I had a pretty good turnout for impromptu, just jumping in. I was actually going to do some gameplay tonight, but I'm going to save for next week now because, again, it just seemed like it was getting too late to get anything going, and I've rattled on about that enough. So, anyway, thank everybody for stopping by. Again, short show tonight. I enjoy doing these, but it's just I don't have much prepared. So, you guys have a good one. Thanks to y'all for stopping by, and we'll see you next Sunday night at 10 p.m. Central. I'll have put together a little better stream, a little longer time in here, and try to come up with some good gameplay. I came across something that I featured some video on it already, but I kind of like to play it on the live stream and see what everybody thinks. It's pretty cool. Some stuff that I got going on the Nintendo Switch, so I'm enjoying that. I love my Quest 2 3D. It seems like that and my Switch are the two more modern day gaming devices that I've got besides my pinball and my meme machines, my my Raspberry Pis and whatnot, and my At Games Legends. But I've really enjoyed that Nintendo Switch, and they just keep coming out with stuff that I just love. So it's been a good time. All right, rattle on long enough. Let me check the chat one last time because I realized I missed a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay, that's it, Mr. Man. I'm going to hit the key. I'm going to hit the hey. Great one. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by, Mr. Man. Have a good one. See y'all later. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. Next Sunday night, 10 p.m. Central. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good night now.